Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're shaking things up a bit. Instead of wading through, a pile of research, we're zoning in on just one source. But it's a really popular, kind of intriguing one, an Amazon product page. And our mission, to figure out what this one gadget tells us about, well, accessible pro-level audio these days. And like the hidden value you can find in tech people might overlook, and how you can seriously upgrade your sound without emptying your wallet.
Okay, all right. I've heard the buzz, and my, let's say, logical numbers-focused side is curious, but skeptical, highly skeptical. Accessible pro-consumer audio, for what I'm guessing is a pretty low price. Let's really see if this hidden gem actually delivers, or if it's, just another gadget with good marketing spin that kind of falls apart when you look closely.
Oh, but see, that's where it gets really interesting. Like, when we started digging into what this thing actually gives you for the money, the performance was honestly pretty unexpected. Just the versatility alone really kind of blew us away as we looked at the details. You are going to want to hear this. So, yeah, as we were like sifting through reviews, looking at how many people were buying this stuff, one specific product just kept popping up. And I got to admit, my own skepticism about it being a, game changer started to fade when I saw the details for the Fifine XL USB gaming microphone set. The Ampligame AIM-AT. What was the first thing that really jumped out at you?
Well, okay, putting aside the slightly dramatic name, that dual connectivity thing, that's genuinely interesting. It has both USB and XLR. Well, it's like having a tool that just adapts, for just like quick recording or streaming straight to your PC. USB is super convenient, plug and play, no drivers, it just works. But then it also has XLR, which, opens doors to using proper mixers, audio interfaces, more serious setups down the line. It kind of bridges that gap, doesn't it, between just casual use and maybe more ambitious content creation. So yeah, streamers, podcasters, maybe even musicians. It suggests the hardware market is really trying to meet users where they are, but also let them grow. That adaptability, that's a big deal.
Exactly. It's designed to grow with you, which is just huge value right there. And okay, what about how it looks? Because let's be real, in streaming and video today, aesthetics count, right? This mic, it has pretty vibrant, customizable RGB lighting. So it's not just doing its job, it like visually boosts your setup, adds that dynamic look. And the best part, you just tap the mic itself to control it. No clunky software needed. It's like instant vibe control.
Okay, visuals are nice. I'll give you that, a nice bonus. But I mean, it's an audio device. The sound, that's what really matters, right? What kind of sound quality are we actually talking about here? And like, how does it handle real-world situations, especially for, gamers, streamers, folks who probably don't have perfect recording booths at home?
Right, that's the heart of it, isn't it? So this mic gives you pretty crystal clear audio. It uses a dynamic cardioid polar pattern, and it has a next 50 dB sensitivity. Now, what does that actually mean for you listening? Well, cardioid means it mostly picks up sound from right in front. It cuts down sound from the sides and back, which is like super important for home setups. It helps minimize background noise, keyboard clicking, your PC fan, maybe just room echo.
Okay.
And the next 50 dB sensitivity. That means it's tuned to capture your voice clearly, but not like every tiny sound in the room, like your fridge humming or something. It gives you that focused vocal sound, makes you sound kind of rich and present. Oh, and it comes with an external windscreen. Small thing, maybe, but it really helps cut down those harsh P and sounds plosive sibilants. Yeah, those can be really distracting, so that's a nice touch.
Okay, so it's built to be a workhorse, even if your room isn't perfect. That's actually a key insight for this price. It's not just about like raw quality in a lab, but usable quality for a normal person.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that it's dynamic. Dynamic mics are generally, less sensitive to background noise than condensers. So that's a smart design choice for the target user.
Yeah.
Now, does it just come as the mic itself, or do you need to like buy a whole bunch of other stuff to actually use it? Because, all-inclusive can mean a lot of different things sometimes.
Not this time, my friend. This is where the value really pops. It comes with basically everything you need straight out of the box. You get a pretty decent boom arm stand, to position it right. There's a tactile mute button right on the mic, quick tap for privacy, a gain knob so you can control your volume easily, and even a headphone jack for monitoring yourself in real time so you can hear exactly what your audience is hearing with like no delay. Basically, you just add your voice, which, let's be honest, you've already got. Assembly is simple, apparently. Quick setup, more time creating. It's like a complete package, ready to roll.
Okay, that is a strong point, especially for people just starting out. A whole kit performs well, decent price. It really lowers that barrier to entry, doesn't it? Right, let's talk numbers. because this is where my skepticism really gets tested. Our source, the Amazon page, shows this whole setup. The Fifine Amplagame AMAT, it's just $51.99, and that's actually marked down 28% from $71.99. So this isn't just like affordable. It kind of points to a bigger trend, right? This democratization of like pretty high quality recording gear, that price with those features,
Yeah.
it shows how tough the competition is.
Yes.
And how that's actually benefiting creators, getting pro-ish results without that pro price tag. That's a real shift.
And that's exactly what grabbed our attention. The numbers, they really do tell a story here.
And the facts just keep coming. Get this. It has 4.6 out of 5 stars from over 3,000 ratings. 3,069 to be exact. It's even got that Amazon's Choice badge. You know, the one for highly rated, well-priced stuff that ships fast. And listen to this, over 6,000 of these were bought in the last month alone. This isn't just like popular, it's practically a phenomenon. It really shows there's a huge demand for good, affordable audio.
Phenomenal is right. And hey, for anyone worried about, buying it and then regretting it, our source, the page, it literally says customers usually keep this item, which basically means it has a lower return rate than average for similar stuff. People buy it, they like it, they keep it.
Huh. Good indicator.
Yeah. And, okay, for the eco-conscious folks out there, it even mentions an ISCC-PLS sustainability certification. That's like a global standard third-party check saying it uses sustainable materials like recycled plastics, bio-based stuff, which is honestly pretty rare and cool to see in this kind of tech category. Shows maybe a trend towards manufacturers being a bit more responsible. Interesting.
Right, and practically speaking, compatibility. It works with OBS, Streamlabs, the big streaming software. Works with PS5, PS4, PC, macOS, Windows. You can plug it into mixers, audio interfaces. Super versatile. But, and this is important, especially for console gamers listening, it is not compatible with Xbox. Just worth knowing. So you're fully informed before you click anything. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll hear you. I see the numbers, the popularity, the market insights are definitely compelling. But you know me, I got to poke around in the corners, right? Look at the potential downsides. Because even with thousands of great reviews, there are always a few recurring complaints or concerns. So let's just hit them head on. First up, the Boom Arm Blues, let's call it. Some reviews say the arm it comes with is, quote, pretty cheaply made. And no shock mount mentioned. So like if I bump my desk, is my whole stream going to hear a mini earthquake? Are we talking about annoying vibrations? Cords getting snagged when you move it? That sounds frustrating.
Okay, yeah, valid point about accessories and budget kits. And look, for this price, the arm is basically a functional bonus to get you started. Is it the, tank-like professional boom arm you'd pay $100 for? No, of course not. But does it hold the mic where you need it? Yeah, for most people it does. If you're a real audio perfectionist or your desk setup is super prone to vibration, maybe you upgrade the arm later.
Okay.
Think of it as a solid starting point, Leaves room for you to tweak if you want. And yeah, a few users mentioned maybe cable management isn't perfect, or you might hear a spring sometimes if you move it suddenly. But that's pretty common with more affordable arms. You can usually fix it with, cable ties, or some people even got creative and removed springs to cut noise. It's kind of about managing expectations, right? Understanding where the value trade-offs are made.
All right, so manageable for the price, maybe upgrade later if you're picky. Noted. What about this mute button mystery? Seen some mixed stuff on that too. Some say it's too sensitive. Others said it just stopped working after a while. Is it reliable or is it kind of iffy? Because a good mute button is essential for streaming or podcasting.
That's a good distinction. It's a touch mute button, so it's designed to be super responsive, just a light tap. When people say overly sensitive, it often just means it's working like it's supposed to. Quick, silent muting, no loud click.
Right.
Which is exactly what you want if, your dog suddenly starts barking midstream. You need it to be instant. For people who find it too sensitive, maybe just adjusting how they tap it or understanding it is touch sensitive usually clears it up. As for the ones that stopped working, seems like those are probably outliers, occasional defects you get with any mass-produced electronic. Doesn't seem like a widespread flaw. So yeah, responsive, precise, meant for quick, quiet use.
Okay, fair enough. Responsive, not just temperamental. Got it. And one last little thing someone mentioned, the USB cable it comes with could be, quote, a tiny bit crackly. Yeah. Are we buying a mic or a vintage transistor radio? Consistent, clean audio is kind of the whole point, right?
Yeah, crackly is definitely not what you want for professional audio. So looking deeper into that, it seems like most people find the included cable totally fine, but a few users, maybe the more discerning ears, reported getting slightly cleaner sound by just swapping it out, using a different, maybe slightly better quality USB-C cable, which are, pretty cheap and easy to find. It's often just a few bucks. for potentially a noticeable improvement if you're really listening for it. It's kind of common with budget tech sometimes, right? The main thing, the mic itself, is great, but maybe an accessory like a cable is the first thing you might want to upgrade down the line. Oh, and speaking of sound, some people said it could be louder, but that's dynamic mics for you. They want you to be close, like 2 to 6 inches from your mouth. Get in that zone, and you'll sound plenty loud and clear like a pro broadcaster. So these aren't like deal breakers. They're just little things you can optimize to really get the most out of affordable gear. Opportunities, almost. So yeah, manageable fixes for those minor things. But beyond the tech specs, the numbers, what does this mic actually do for someone? What kind of like transformation could it bring to their setup or even just their confidence?
You know, it's funny. It's not just about the microphone itself, is it? It's about what it lets you do. With this, someone could finally record their game commentary. And it actually sounds good, clear, like the established streamers. That makes your content way more engaging, right? Puts a genuinely professional sounding tool in the hands of someone just starting out without needing, hundreds of dollars. It lets someone actually take their hobby or their passion, podcasting, streaming, even just sounding better on work calls, which is huge now more seriously. I heard even my broke college cousin bought 3.
Yeah.
Probably going to try and resell them, knowing him, but still,
yeah,
that's saying something. Even the side hustlers see the value.
Exactly. Or you could record your cat's meows and turn them into like a chart-topping hit single. The clarity is that good. Imagine Grammy-winning meows. But seriously, it just empowers you to sound polished, professional, and that boosts your confidence, right? Makes your content, your ideas, whatever you're sharing, just so much more compelling because people can actually hear you clearly without being distracted by bad audio.
And it's just easy. It's so easy to set up. I mean, even I could probably manage it, and my tech skills basically top out at figuring out the microwave settings. One reviewer literally said, all I had to do was plug it in and it was ready. That kind of simplicity, that removes the friction, lets people just focus on creating stuff, not fighting with their gear.
So what are you waiting for, you beautiful, soon-to-be audio superstar? Your microphone destiny awaits.
Yeah, click buy before that FOMO kicks in. Seriously, though, Prime Day is just around the corner. We're recording this on July 5th, so that's literally, 3 days until Prime Day starts. Grab this deal now while it's definitely hot. Oh, and remember, if you want that extra peace of mind, consider adding one of those Asurion protection plans. They've got options like a 3-year plan for about $8, 4 years for like $11, or even the Complete Protect monthly plan covers basically all your eligible Amazon stuff, past and future, for like $17 a month. Because, even awesome mics can have an off day. Drops, spills, breakdowns. It covers accidental stuff too. Worth thinking about.
And hey, we put the link right there for you. Super easy. And if you do decide to grab it through our link, you actually help us keep making this content for you. So, win-win. Win-win. Okay, so let's really unpack this for you listening. The big message seems clear. Whether you're like battling dragons online, dropping wisdom on your podcast, or just want to sound way better on your next Zoom call, this Fifine Ampligame AM8T, it punches way, way above its price tag. It's not just a microphone. It's genuinely an upgrade to your whole digital presence, and it really highlights this cool trend of accessible, high-value tech.
Yeah, and here's where it gets really interesting, stepping back a bit. This whole exercise kind of raises a bigger question, doesn't it? In a world just overflowing with choices, with information, how often do we miss out on genuinely great tools just because we don't take that moment to really deep dive into the specifics, to understand the compromises, but also the real wins of a product like this? What other hidden gems are out there? Things that could really change up your daily routine or your creative work if you just explored them a bit more closely.
So what does all this mean for you? Maybe it means that sometimes the smartest investment isn't the flashiest or the most expensive one. Maybe it's the one you've actually taken the time to research, to understand its real value, and figure out how to get the absolute most out of it. Now go forth and make some amazing noise.
Yeah, think about it. What other parts of your life, your setup, your workflow could benefit from that kind of deep dive? Looking for surprising value, surprising performance? Those gems are out there. You just got to know how and where to look sometime.
Until our next deep dive, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep making incredible sound.